if you win off the last ball, a win is a win.
True.
And it's been a win today for Rajasthan. They have picked themselves up from the bottom of the table. They finally managed to get some points. 2 of them, but hey, it's more than what Bangalore has got today. We're 4 from 4 now. Losses, I mean. It was RCB who batted first because Rahane won the toss and told them to do that. They got 258 for Rajasthan rolls. It was a bit of a canter. I mean, they were just going easy breezy, and they did take it down to just 1 ball to spare. But that scorecard looks deceptively sort of even. It really wasn't. Rajasthan won by 7 wickets in the end. Not as is deceptive.
No. I wouldn't say that this was a close match by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But it was almost towards the end that even Rajasthan has not won for so long that they've forgotten how to win, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we're supposed to win and finish it off. I mean, a good team would have knocked that off in 18 and a half. It's almost, they were also rusty. They were not used to finishing matches.
Yeah.
And they make quite a dog's breakfast in the last couple of overs. And you never felt that they're going to lose. But you're wondering, what on God's earth is going on? Get on with it, finish it off, you know.
We talked about that with Michael Vaughan last night, didn't we? About the fact that you get into a losing habit and a winning habit. And that's, teams can get that way. So look out for Rajasthan now for the next 3 or 4 games. They could... That could just be the turning point of their season. They could get on a little roll here now. Steve Smith finding a little bit of form. Tripathi looked really good.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. And Buttler obviously back with some runs.
Well, we spoke about this in Cricbuzz Combox. We said when Steve Smith came into bat, it was really a great situation for him to play himself into some form because he's the kind of guy who's good with reading the strike. He can get his singles. He runs his twos hard. And you saw he did that today. He used the opportunity, milked it to get into form.
Yeah, he did. And he also had a very tentative start. And all these guys, if you see whether it's Stoinis, Smith, Virat, all of them are taking a lot of balls. They're not looking the fluent selves that they were last year.
Yeah.
But the interesting one here is actually Steve Smith's fate is more important to them than the fate of almost any other player. Because Steve Smith is the one guy in their international lineup who has a chance of not being picked for the World Cup. Which means he's going to be there till the end of if he's there till the end of the tournament. So Josh Buttler is almost certainly getting onto a plane come 31st of April. He's not going to be there at that point in time, 30th of April.
Yeah.
Nor is Jofra Archer is unlikely to be there. Ben Stokes is not going to be there.
Yeah.
So Steve Smith is really vital because if he's not picked by the Australians, he's there go to international.
That is huge.
Well, they've picked Ashton Turner, haven't they, as the backup?
Yeah, and they actually one of those two.
One of those two might go, and one of them might miss out.
Yeah, that's
or
right.
they could both miss out.
In which case,
which would be, I guess, a blessing for Rajasthan. Not so much for Steve Smith. They've got Liam Livingstone in the background. He's not going to be part of England's World Cup setup, so he comes in, and then they've got Ish Sodhi.
Yeah.
So they'll pick another local seam bowler and perhaps play an extra overseas leg spinner as well as Shreyas Gopal because he's having such success anyway.
He is. Got them out and get in. So
Shreyas Gopal was spectacular today. He is also MPL hero of the match, and no surprise at all with the kind of bowling he did. That's 4 overs for 12 runs and 3 wickets. And those 3 wickets, you can count Virat and AV in those 3 wickets. And once you get them, that's a good day. And he got Hetmeyer as well, who hasn't been really getting runs, but it is a big wicket as well. So he was just spectacular today, wasn't he?
He was really good, and I just feel for the RCB fans because a guy who trains at the Chinnaswamy, plays all his cricket in Karnataka, comes and takes their happiness every year.
Yeah.
Look at Virat. I mean, every time he says, it's Virat getting out is bad enough. Having Shreyas Gopal, a Karnataka player, get him out every time was terrible for RCB fans.
Yeah, but it's amazing because now with Shreyas Gopal bowling so well, they've got Gautam. Gautam's got the hitting capabilities as well. Is their bowling looking all right for now? Besides the fact that Archer went for runs today, he's not going to go for runs every day. He's good.
He had one off day, and he's not going to have that very often at all throughout the rest of this tournament. So Kulkarni, a little bit of an issue. Obviously, Jadhav Nadkat has been poor at the start of this season as well. So the ability to be able to rest him, I think, was a good thing.
But they got Varun Aaron, who bowled just 1 over.
Yeah, so they've got options. Yeah. They've just got to find whether it be Varun Aaron who they stick with for that extra pace, or whether they bring Kulkarni back. Archer will continue to just do well throughout most of this tournament. With the 2 spinners, Krishnappa Gautam bowled 4 very tidy overs again tonight. Didn't pick up the wickets, won't get the plaudits that Shreyas Gopal did. but he bowled 4 overs for 19, I think, tonight. So it was really tidy from him, and some of those overs up front as well. So so that's a nice fillip for the Rajasthan Royals.
Yeah, both their
They've got
spinners have
options.
done so well today. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Binny didn't. Not used. Ben Stokes, his bowling would be a little bit of an issue.
Yeah.
I think he would be a little bit disappointed with how his bowling is going at the moment. But they have got a lot of options.
Yeah, they've got a lot of options, and he used them to surprise them. And that's why when Varun Aaron went for 16 in an over, Rahane didn't have to go back to him again because he had those options of bowlers to play with. Slipped in 1 over, Stuart Binney gave away only 6 runs, so it was nice to mix it up. So when you have a lot of bowling options, it really can work. For RCB, just before we sort of round this up, just for RCB, really, what have they got to do? Let's talk about their bowling effort first. There was not much on the board, right? We figured it was below par, the score, but also when that's happening, you got to hold on to your catches.
Yeah, that's a massive issue. You can see the lack of confidence, and I think you can also see the fact that they're playing scared at times. I think some of those guys.
That's the word you do.
I think they're playing scared.
They're
within themselves a little bit.
It happens to teams. You keep losing, and you just think everything's going to go wrong. You know, when your batsmen go out to bat, you don't think that these guys are going to go and smash it because they're the best batsmen. You're going to think, no, they're going to get out. And I know because it's happened to us. I've seen KKR at dressing room in 2009, and you have Chris Gayle and Brendan McCullum going on to bat. They're two of the most destructive batsmen in the world.
Wow.
And in your heart, you're saying, one of them is going to go first. So it just happens to you.
Yeah.
And then it's very difficult to get out of it. It's very difficult. And so they're going through that cycle, and I wish them luck because it's tough.
Tonight's a prime example, isn't it? That when Parthiv Patel, who, again, we'll go back to the fact that I thought he could have been replaced tonight, but he played brilliantly, played beautifully well tonight. So that when he does that, RCB should be getting 200.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Every time.
Exactly.
Hetmeyer, AB and Virat and Stoinis bat around Parthiv Patel.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, those guys should be getting 200 plus.
Yeah.
When Parthiv Patel gets 60 odd off 40 balls. So they've royally stuffed that up tonight.
Yeah, they really have. And if we look at the RCB bowling effort before we round that up, have a look at their bowlers. They did get in more
pluses there. Yeah, I thought Siraj was excellent today.
Yeah.
He bowled beautifully. Chahal is always bowls well. Stoinis wasn't particularly good, but Saini again unlucky. You thought?
Yeah, I thought unlucky. I mean, 12 dot balls, so that tells me that he's going for a few boundaries. But some of those boundaries were very good deliveries. I like the fact that he bowled quick. He troubled both Buttler at the top as well as Ajinkya Rahane. He had that catch dropped. That gets taken early. All of a sudden, the game changes. It's a different game. And so I think he's a guy they've got to stick with. And no point in taking him in and out of that side. Genuine pace. Stick with him. Stick with Siraj. That's your opening bowling combination, perhaps, and just change a little bit out of the stuff around. I think maybe get Coulton Island, and see how that goes.
But here's a question: Did RCB royally sort of misread the conditions today? Because you see, all 3 proper spinners have done well: Gautam, Gopal, and Chahal. Right? Even Chahal, 4 over 17, 2 wickets, purple cap holder. And they decided to, they got 1 over Moeen Ali, but like a proper spinner.
But it could also be the pitch. It could be due.
Yeah.
So if Moeen is not able to grip the ball, that's a sign, because otherwise you would give Moeen more overs than 1.
Yeah.
He'll get back for an over, you might take him out, but you'll bring him back after 3-4 overs or something.
Well, look at what Chennai did the other night, okay, and it didn't work. They picked Mitchell Santner, and they dropped Harbhajan. Now, Budgie had been brilliant for them in the first couple of games, but they said Rajasthan have got 1 left-hander only, and that's Ben Stokes. So they went with the left-arm spinner. Now, the dew was terrible. It was wet. It was soaking wet. And Mitch Santner couldn't hold on to the ball. But RCB have got Pavan Negi, haven't they?
Yeah.
In their mix.
But Pavan Negi, Washington Sundar.
Yeah, well, Washington Sundar is the same as Moeen Ali, I suppose, with the right-arm off-spin. But to all the right-handed batsmen, they could have brought Pavan Negi in and given that another option to take the ball away. Chahal caused problems. He didn't have any trouble holding on to the ball. So Negi could have taken the ball away from the right-handers. It could have given them a better option. And again, if going by what we talked about earlier, they could have left Moeen Ali out. Didn't really do a lot. Played Tim Southee, given them some death bowling, and played Pavan Negi.
Yeah. And Pawan Negi can hit a long ball as well. I mean, he has hit them before. Haven't seen it in the IPL for a while. But Virat Kohli after the game said, it's a long tournament and we have to focus on getting a combination of 11 right. I can't believe this is happening every year with them.
It's the same story, isn't it?
It's the same story every year. They just can't seem to get that 11 right. They've got a really talented squad.
I tell you what, he says it's a long tournament. It's even longer if you've lost 5 from 5, 6 from 6, 7 from 7.
Yeah.
It gets longer by the day.
True.
If you keep losing, he's saying the right things because he wants his team to believe.
Yeah.
But if you keep losing, boy, it'll feel like 2.5 months, not a month.
Yeah, I mean, they're down 4 from, they finished 4 games out of 14. And the fact is that you are, you're almost 30% into the tournament.
Yeah.
And if you haven't figured the 11 out, that's something to really worry about, Joy. See, you've been with the team, right? You know the problem of having a squad, which is so big, and trying to get the best 11 on the field. Is it instinctive? Is it, do you say, all right, 9 will definitely play and 2 depending on conditions and opposition? Is there some science to it?
Definitely, there is, and injuries play a large part in this as well, because
Yeah.
injuries can really screw your season up. Also, what happens is, because of the IPL, the way it's played in summer, you get a lot of international players also breaking down due to the heat.
Okay.
You get more, this thing.
Yeah,
So
but RCB has this problem at the top of the season. Agreed, they didn't have Stoinis and Coutinho. Agreed. They had them today, but somehow that talk about the ideal 11.
Also very interesting, you see, they're interestingly one of the teams where you have very international big company which owns the rights to the thing.
Yeah.
And therefore you probably have a completely professional cricket management cell.
Yeah.
So there'll be Kirsten, obviously Virat will have a part in it, somebody like Avinash Vaidya who's been there, Ashish Nehra.
Yeah.
They'll be the guy who will be taking the decisions. They'll be the guys who are calling it, because the professionals, a liquor company won't tell you that, they won't turn around and say, they'll just say, do it.
They'll just say, keep your spirits high.
Yeah.
But,
where do they go? Where do they go? If this goes completely wrong again, wrong again, for them, what do they do? Because they got rid of Daniel Vittori because it wasn't working. Gary Kirsten, he's come in 4 games into it, it's not working.
Yeah.
What do? If this continues to happen, clearly it's not the coaching system.
Yeah.
Then see, you have only 2 options. You can't do anything this year.
No, Simon's been saying, just let Virat play his game. But if he does, who is the captain?
Well, that's where
in
they
this
went.
squad.
Again.
AB doesn't want a captain.
No, well, again, that's where they went wrong at the auction.
He was talking about it last year.
I know you said it. Yeah, you said it last
thing. And even go for someone off the wall if you want to. I don't know. Maxwell, I know he's not here this year, but go for someone off the wall. If you want to pick a funky captain.
Yeah.
For all I care, find someone that wants to do it.
Yeah.
That's the major thing.
Also, next year is not a big auction, so you can't really retool.
Correct. But VK is not a quitter, brah. He's not a quitter.
No,
he's not quitting. Listen, I hope for this team that they turn it around. Sincerely hope it, because it is an exciting team. It's a team that gets the fans in. It's a team that has a wide support. And more importantly for the tournament, you don't want 1 or 2 teams falling away so early and it becoming a 5-horse race 3 weeks into the tournament. And that's something which is not good for the tournament. It's not good for the fans. It's not good for competitive cricket, because it pretty much then becomes top of the table versus bottom of the table, one-sided games happening.
The other thing it makes it hard for is us. Who have to interview these guys time and time again when they keep losing. You can only ask the same question a couple of times. What's going wrong? What do you need to do to improve? How do you? What are you talking about?
Take your own advice. Do something funky. Do something off the wall.
I'll tell you what though, Bangalore will be doing. They will not be going back to train now.
Yeah.
Before their next game, they will have some other activities. If they're a smart team, and I know they must be, they'll take them out on activities. They'll keep them very busy, but non-cricket stuff. Why do you do that? There's no point practicing now. Because you've had such a bad game that you don't want to think about cricket. Get their minds off cricket, but also don't give them enough free time to brood on this.
Okay.
So the critical thing about it is, so you'll see lots of activities organized, stuff organized. Don't allow them to sit and brood over how bad a season they've had. They've just got reason, oh God, there's another match, come on, let's go and play it.
So activities like bowling, multiplex,
whatever. Get them out of the net.
Duplex.
Yeah, don't.
Tambola. Right? Tambola's Indian bingo.
Right, okay.
Bingo.
In a bingo hall.
Bingo. In a bingo hall, in a proper bingo hall.
Yeah.
Here it happens in clubs and It's a cultural activity.
Okay.
It's called housey or it's called tambola.
Yeah. Right.
And then you say things like two little ducks, 22, two fat majors, 88. I don't know where that came from though. But I was quite the tambola caller back in my day, man. How do you think I laid the foundation for my career?
Legs.
Humble roots, man. Humble roots.
Now I know. Now I know.
Humble
I was
roots.
wondering all these years.
All right, we've got one numero uno, number one. Who am I talking about? We're talking about our MPL super team hero. This person, of course, is Adrito at 229 points. Well done.
You're on our leaderboard
tonight,
is it? Not very high tonight.
425, 400s.
We've had late 380s, 390s, 400s.
Yes.
So tough game. A tough game to pick tonight.
Exactly, because also, fair enough, a lot of people would not have had Parthiv in their team.
Correct.
Because on the other side, you have Josh Buttler. I'll tell you why. Because you have Josh Buttler as a wicketkeeper.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. So
100%.
you'd anyway pick him. You'd pick him over pretty much anyone else in the world
a lot
right
of people
now.
have Virat and AB.
Yeah, people have Virat
Both
maybe
failed.
didn't score runs.
Yeah, both failed. So.
Stoinis, who didn't have a great outing either.
Yeah, and Shreyas Gopal probably nobody would have had, and he's been sort of the top performer of the game. So it's quite interesting. So good call, Simon. Good catch there. Better than the RCB fielders did today. So that's the end of that about that game. Let's talk about tomorrow's game now, because top billing. Yeah, this is one of those Batman versus Superman ones. I just hope it does a little better than the movie. Right. This is the first match of the tournament last year, if you remember. Went down, last ball finish. Tomorrow also, you see both these teams going into this game with different mindsets, Simon.
Yeah, look, Chennai are just so clinical. They know how to get the job done. They talk about experience. They talk about the age of their players. They don't care. They do not care. I talked about it last night. Dwayne Bravo go for 17, I think, in his second to last over. Comes
19,
back on 19 was it? Sorry, has to defend 11. Does it comfortably. Belief in his own ability. Dhoni's innings the other night, his highest score in Chennai in the IPL in 50 matches at home. So, he had to do it. He found a way to do it. And this is what these guys do time and time again. It doesn't matter who it is, whether it's Tahir, whether it's MS, whether it's Jadoo, it does not matter. They have the wherewithal and the class and the nous to get the job done.
It's almost like before going into the auction, you knew this is the team that uses that science, where you have 9 players who pretty much set, and he moves 2 around MS, just depending on conditions and opposition. On the other side, you have MI, who again, bit like RCB, take a long time to get into the tournament to get their 11 sorted out.
Yeah, they're very clear because, see, they do it in a different way. So, let me give you an example of what happens. And this actually happens. So, suppose RCB looks at the list, they'll say Shimron Hetmare is a good player and we should try and pick him in the auction. That's what an RCB does. A Chennai looks at it and said, you know what, I need an international fast bowler who can bat a bit. So they're two very different things, because when they're looking at a team, they're already looking at what is the slot I fill. They're not looking at this guy's a good player or a bad player, because you can have 11 good players, but they may not fit together.
Yeah.
So every time Chennai looks at it, you'll see even Stephen playing, watch for his statements after an auction or this thing. He said, well, we were looking for an international spinner to do this. He's not saying, we were looking to go and buy Marcus Stoinis. He will never say that, because they're filling slots. Therefore, what does it mean? That means you already know the roles. The roles decide the players. The players don't decide the roles.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And Mumbai always buy the fashionable player.
Yeah.
They go over and above to buy the fashionable player of the times, don't they?
So this is
you're not very fashionable at the moment with your feet up on your chair.
Yeah, I just get so interested when I'm like, I feel like I'm back in the village, I'm just sitting like with my feet up. But I just thought that this is exactly like the movies, where on one side you have the star projects, where you pick up the hero first and then make the movie. And on the other side you have the script that defines who you cast.
So Chennai is a script team.
Yeah,
there you go.
And the other thing is, I think Mumbai, if you line both these teams up, Mumbai are probably more capable of getting 230 than Chennai ever are. But I just about guarantee you every game Chennai will get 160, 170.
Yeah.
They'll find a way to get that 160, 170, whereas Mumbai have the ability to go and get 230.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one last difference, and that's again because Mumbai is a star-studded team. It's a very strong team. One other difference between the team is over the last 11 years, watch how many bad games Chennai has won. That means where the other team was dominated for 35 overs and they won. And watch how many other teams have done it. They consistently win games in which they don't seem to be. Even last match, if you see, the complete advantage was with the other team. Three down in the first 6, 81% of the time you lose a match.
Yeah.
And they just, so that's what I'm saying. They win dirty games, they win sneaks through the line. Good teams do that. That they'll win some good games also, but they win more often because they win games which they're supposed to lose.
This is the thing I've always said about MS Dhoni, that MS Dhoni is a good bad times captain.
Yeah.
And that really defines the captain. He's a good bad times captain and he can turn things around when things are bad. And most people you see, are good times. Everybody's a good times captain.
But Mumbai know how to win championships.
Yeah,
they know how to win titles.
Yeah.
They just got to find, they just take a little bit of time to find their combination and what's going to work. And once they do that, they get on rolls. I mean, they win 4, 5, 6 in a row, 7 in a row. And they can win titles. They've proven that with 3 of them.
I'm just happy that Rohit's opening. I don't know, but what about Quinton de Kock? Let's have a look at their squad and see if they make any changes. We'll look at Mumbai first. They've got de Kock opening over there, right? With Surya Kumar Yadav in there, who's getting to play at 3, which means he takes Ishan Kishan's place. And Ishan Kishan last year played all 14 games, got about 270 runs, 150 strike rate, right? He did really well, and now he doesn't get a look in.
See, my point is you can play, if you're playing Quinton de Kock, that doesn't mean you can't see. They went after Quinton de Kock. They actually traded for him, they got him in here. So they want him to play, and they know that the conditions in Bombay suit him also.
Okay.
The good pitch, the ball comes on. He's a fantastic player of, what we call on true pitches. But, there's an obvious thing for whatever you say. I mean, there's sentimentality attached to it, but Yuvraj Singh is an obvious, is keeping Ishan Kishan, who's a young player, out of the team. And I think they should be looking at him seriously.
No, my thing is that you've got to reward your players as well, right? You've got Surya Kumar Yadav. You pushed him into the opening slot. He had a really good season for you. You've taken him down to 3 next season. Yeah. And Ishan Kishan had a good season for you. You pushed him up to 3 and you were like, come on, kid, go express yourself. He did all of that and now he doesn't find a place. Somewhere, can that really unsettle the rest of the team as well?
A little bit, in some ways. They've got too many good players and they can't fit them all in at the moment. I see Jason Behrendorff has arrived. Yeah. They paid money for Jason Behrendorff. they paid good money for him. Quality left arm seamer. They'll give him a crack.
Let's bring the squad up again so we see. Does he play in
place of Mitch McClenaghan? They give him a crack in front of Mitch McClenaghan, I think, tomorrow night, providing he's fit and rearing to go. As I say,
I don't think is Malinga still here? I thought he was only here for 2 games and then he was going away for a few.
That's apparently.
I think they've resolved that.
Yeah. Oh, they've resolved it.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Sri Lankan cricket at the moment.
Yeah.
But I think that is one thing that they have resolved.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Probably the only thing that's all right.
There's some other things they might need to resolve fairly shortly.
Yeah.
Watch this
Watch
space.
out for this space.
Yeah. But
things
at
coming.
At the moment, I think that one is resolved.
Yeah, there's going to be some bombs dropping, is all I'll say.
See, the other thing is they paid quite a bit of money for Barinder Strand. They paid 3.5 crores for Barinder Strand, which is quite a serious amount of money to pay for a player that you're going to leave on the bench the entire time. Anmolpreet Singh. Yeah. So they have a lot of talent sitting out there which they probably don't have an opportunity, and that's okay. But, again, my attitude is I like to see money on the ground.
Yeah.
So if I've spent, say, 80 crores on a team, then I want to see at least, 40 crores, 45 crores on the park.
I mean, you don't want to get guys, you don't want to pay a lot of money for guys and just have them sitting around. I mean, you're not Cricbuzz, right?
but if Yuvraj is not bowling,
I'm sorry.
that was good though. That was good in nice chairs. Very nice chairs.
That only happens here.
And good
this
food.
Is our field.
And good food.
And good food.
Yuvraj is not bowling.
Yeah.
Okay. So therefore he is Granal Pandya. Okay. I mean, what's the point? You don't need 2.
Yeah.
You don't need 2 of those. So, and if your top 6, 7 is going to look like Rohit and Quinton de Kock, Surya Kumar Yadav, Ishan Kishan, Pandya, and then Pollard. That's your top 7. You've got plenty of batting. Don't need any more batting, and you've got 3 bowling options in that top 7.
It's fantastic.
And then you pick 4 genuine bowlers. So go with Behrendorff, go with Markande, go with Jasprit Bumrah, and go with Malinga.
All right, great. So that's that. Let's look at the Chennai team. No confusion over there. Probably get Harbhajan in for Mitchell Santner, and we're done. All right, let's move on. No changes there.
No.
We're done. The director in my ears going, come on, guys, this is too much. There is nothing to discuss about this team. There really isn't. Let's move on. All right, well, that's all we have time for. Come on, that's it, yeah? Come on, this is Dad's Army that they keep talking about. The Dad's Army is doing really well.
Don't be surprised if you see Faf get a game in the next 2-3 games.
2-3 games. We're talking about tomorrow. Which is not later today for a change.
What about the way that Ambati Raidu is getting out consistently?
It is a problem.
Is yesterday's, or is it today's birthday boy, Murali Vijay?
Yeah.
Today's
Forgot about
Does he get an opportunity soon? I mean, Raidu, I know he was the star of the show last year, but he's from an Indian point of view and from a Chennai point of view, he's getting out very similar fashion time and time again lately.
Could be. Murali Vijay. That could happen.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Murali Vijay. Let me see. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Yeah. He's done well at the top for Chennai Super Kings. All right, so that's all we have time for. We're going to wrap up now and move along. Thank you so much, Simon. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Joy, for being here.
Happy birthday to Michael Clark too.
Happy birthday, Michael Clark. Listen, there's only 365 days and there's a lot of people in the cricket world. We can't go around wishing everybody.
Oh, just the ones I remember.
Okay, happy birthday, Murali Vijay. Belated happy birthday, Michael Clark. And happy birthday to the winner of our Joy Factor question. Might as well. Here's the question and the answer.
Okay, question is and was 2 names with a player currently associated with the IPL team. The names of Mike Braley and Andrew Stoddart. And the answer is there are only 3 captains who have come back to win a test match after following on. So the third name is Saurav Ganguly and he's doing some great work for the Delhi Capitals. So those were the 3 people involved. And, do we have a winner? I think we have a winner.
I think we have a winner. We do. Probably somebody from West Bengal.
Okay.
Probably. Close enough.
Costa Pathak again.
Costa Pathak. Man, listen, is he on your... does he have you on his speed dial? Because he's won a lot.
What year was Andrew Stoddard? Was it 1890?
94, 95.
1894.
1894.
Oh, yeah.
So there's one in the 19th century, one in the 20th century, one in the 21st century.
Yeah, 1894.
And you've seen all 3 games live, I'm presuming, at the stadium?
Nicely put in.
I don't know how he knows this stuff. It boggles the mind how he knows this stuff. For a change, after many days, we're going to be out of here before midnight.
What?
So a few seconds left. Bye. No, we're going to say bye nicely. Thank you for watching. MPL presents Cricbuzz Live tomorrow, 7:30 for the one game, the big game, Mumbai versus Chennai. We're going to see you then on Cricbuzz. Thank you so much, Simon. Thank you, Joy.
Thank you.
Thank you to everyone for watching. Hasta la vista, baby. I will be back.